was the spotlight video. I hope you guys love it. I really enjoyed making that one. It's quite long though, but I really love the music and it's kind of fitting for this bad boy, so I really wanted to finish that. So yeah, I hope you guys love it, and now I'm so excited to share with you my thoughts on this piece. The good, the bad, something that can be improved, the ones that I really like, and also the controversial purple color. Let's talk about that one as well. So let's get started. I've got a lot to cover. Let's start with the base, more specifically the damaged part of my piece, which is this one. I think I've also shown this also in the assembly video. I already contacted XM for that. Hopefully they can replace it. And just the base itself is pretty awesome. In the photos in XM's website, I didn't quite like it. I guess because in the photos it didn't really emphasize the contrasting colors between the tentacles and these rocks, which is pretty awesome. It has a lot of weathering for both the tentacles and also the rocks. I do like the nice coloring in the base because of this rock colors. At the same time, it has this greenish tints and it's very weathered and there's a lot of texture and it's pretty awesome. I'm kind of starting to really love the base. So this is like upper angle looking at the base. You can really see the futuristic Egyptian kind of, I don't know, technology here, where there's rocks, there's metal, wires, and some metallic parts. Again, I really love this greenish metallic thing. It's not metal, but the details are pretty good. Some Egyptian carvings here, really beautiful. And from this angle, you can actually see the blending of this metallic parts and the tentacles, which I really love. Like this one, I really like these tentacles. At first, I'm not really particular about that when they showed it in the XM website, but I'm starting to really love it. But there's some stuff that XM kind of miss it, but which I will explain later. But either way, the base looks amazing. It's quite big, very heavy. Some parts also a bit tricky to put in. Like for example, this tentacle here didn't actually snug in right away. I have to kind of push it a bit, so do be careful. And this rock as well, I'm not sure if it's normal, but I kind of like it because there's really clear cracks there, but it doesn't snug in as well, but that's okay for me also. But yeah, like I said, the base looks really amazing, a lot of details. So this is the feet itself, and here is the details in his boots. It's very beautiful. I really love the details here, and I do love what XM did with regards to not putting too much details. Like even here, it's not robotic. It's more like leathery, like having he has a suit, and then his boots are more like robotic. I love that they didn't make it all robotic, which is pretty good. Kudos to XM on the design of this, of the leg. I really like it, and I do love the different types of color, which I will explain with regards to the issue of purple. I love that because they didn't put here just one color. They have this different shades of blue, and I like the contrast of the yellows here as well. The weathering this one is pretty good as well. I am a bit surprised because normally XM doesn't put too much weathering, but for this one, it looks phenomenal. So this is Apocalypse right arm, having the regular switch out hand, where regular fingers. There's also another switch out where it's having these tentacles. This, I would say, the least favorite. I do like the concept because there's also tentacles in the base. This is my least favorite because I do wish that they connect to the base itself. That would have been amazing concept, where instead of having these blades, it will practically connect to the base so that you can see it became like a bigger tentacle. So this is the other switch out, which is pretty big. I kind of love this as well because it's very badass. I prefer this gun compared to the other one, which is in the left side, because this gun has more how would you say, like a character. It has the blasters, it has this blade or chainsaw there. Anyway, the details for both guns are pretty awesome. I do love, I'm not sure if the camera is picking up, there is this yellowish, you know, like a burned metal. It has that details here, the color. I'm not sure it's picking up. Maybe I can share some photo of that as well. Really awesome. That detail is pretty good. That weathering is pretty good. And you can actually see here a lot of scratches as well. Really awesome. I like this big gun. So this is the right arm having the regular switch out hand, have with the fingers and everything. I'm not sure if the camera is picking up. There's very nice subtle reddish color or maroon here. That is pretty awesome. This is what I like about this piece. It has this nice accent colors. I really love that, and the details in the hands or in his gloves are really beautiful, having that nice weathering. And this is also another switch out, which you can actually switch directly the arm, the hand and this one without changing this part. So this is pretty awesome. Very beautiful details. Look at that. Really amazing. But this is, I would say, my least favorite arm of all, because I kind of feel that it's not needed. For me, I rather just have to switch out and maybe reduce the price and not have the switch out. For me, really not needed, but the details in this one is pretty awesome as well. Look at that. Really amazing. So this is the blaster switch out for the left arm. Pretty awesome. Again, the same design. Consistency of the design is pretty awesome. You can actually see this beautiful accent gold colors. Really love that. And also see this beautiful scratches all over it. I also really love that because I always love weathering in this piece is all over. I really love that. The texture is awesome as well. Again, I would prefer the other blaster gun because it has more character. It has like the chainsaw something. But either way, both blasters are pretty awesome. Both blasters also has this part, which is having a very strong magnet. So do be careful, because when these two are close together, it will actually magnetize, and I'm always scared that when they bump very strongly or hard, they might break. So do be careful of that one. But either way, having these good magnets also make this piece having more good quality, because it doesn't fall off when you're trying to put them as well. Really good stuff. So this is the back part of Apocalypse. Very fascinating. I really love the design of this spine work here. It just shows how he's been integrated to the technology and to himself. The suit has very nice textures. Really love that, and I really like these designs. I don't know what they are. They're like spines are like wires and tubes towards himself and his armor. Really beautiful stuff. I just love this back part is amazing. But there are some things here that are very tricky, especially like these tubes, because they're metal and they have a very strong magnet, so do be careful. What I do love about the left side is that you only need to articulate it once. Even if you're changing the big gun with a regular hand, you don't need to change the form or how it is. It's already good. Do take note, when you change it, you have to make sure that it's not tilting or anything, because it does that, and it's actually quite heavy. So that's why you need to make sure it's properly snug there, because if it falls, it might hit some of the parts down there. In the right side though, this is the trickier part, because if you change the arm to the big gun from the regular hand, you have to articulate this again, and that's kind of frustrating because you need to maneuver it. And again, I'm always scared because this is heavy, so I'm scared that it will fall off and damage some parts below. So do be careful when you put this, or even if you articulate it. So this is the front part, front body of Apocalypse. Again, this very beautiful spine looking thing in his armor is amazing. I just really love that. There's these textures as well, this accent, purplish colored accent. But yeah, again, the beautiful design, metal works, weathering is all there. Also the yellowish accents or golden accents there, amazing. I do like the back part more compared to the front part, but both are amazing. Very well done by XM. As for the head sculpt, I like both head sculpts. This one is particularly looking down. I prefer this with the big guns, because I think the one like wherein is angry kinda doesn't make sense with the big gun. This one really works well with the big gun in his left hand. This is I actually like this. I do wish he's looking more on like in the eye level and not really looking down. That would have been my preferred angle, but either way, this looks very regal, and again, it works well with the blaster in his left arm. So this one has more expression in it. The teeth are well painted, like amazing. It looks very realistic. There's a lot of more expression here. He's more angry, but I don't feel like having this head with the big blasters. For me, it works well more on the, if you have the fist arm switch out in him. I think that works well. Like he's like rallying his army, that kind of stuff, and it doesn't really work well with the big blaster. So let's talk about the purple controversy. So some people say it is not blue, it's purple. I say it's neither. I'm gonna give you guys an example of photo comparison. So normally I try, in terms of photos, I try to compare them in real life objects, because I also try to need to my eyes to learn and also be able to distinguish like colors, because colors somehow varies differently in different mediums, in prints and also in screens. So that's why normally I compare. I'm not that good at color grading with videos. That's why I'm only comparing it in photos. So that let me show you guys a comparison of this piece and some other objects. Let's having a really blue and also having a really purple or going to the pink color kind of object. So the first photo is actually a comparison between Sadness and also Apocalypse. You can really see here the difference because Sadness is really blue and Apocalypse has this purple tint in it, but still having that blue, so it's more like a combination, so you can really see the difference. So up to you what you think. How far is it of the blue and also the blue from Sadness? Is it a good comparison or not? Let me know what you think. So the next photo is actually a photo of a toilet paper plastic. So I removed already the toilet paper, but so I wanted to show this because it's in the lighter side of purple or going to the pink side. So you can see here the really lighter ones, the difference between this color and also Apocalypse. Now you can really see there the difference. So let me know what you think as well regarding this comparison. So I really don't think it's blue or 100% blue or 100% purple. I really do think it's in between. That's why it's depending also with the lighting. So the one I have right now, it's kind of cooler light, so you won't see the purple, but some might, with having a warmer light, you really see the purple tint. But I don't think it's really either blue or purple, and for me it's somewhere in between. As for the rating, so here they are. One particular highlight for me is the paint job, the weathering. I absolutely love it. I am really surprised that XM did some weathering. Normally I don't see this in XM. They normally just put the weathering in the base and not really in the character. But the weathering in this one is all around the place and they're beautifully let's say applied. Also a bit of a highlight in the sculpt is actually the texture. So they didn't overdo the texture. They didn't put the texture all around, meaning there's these patterns all around. There is texture in the suit itself, but it's there. And there's also like weathering, like scratches kind of weathering. I also love that. I just have some problems with the base, so hopefully XM will replace me on that one. So that's why I have this kind of rating for the sculpt. One critic also with the, how do I say, the design is the switch outs. I'm not always a fan of too many big, especially the big switch outs. I do prefer that the switch outs on the right arm, the tentacles is going towards the base, and no need for the big gun kind of or another big blaster in his right arm. And then this right arm blaster, which is my favorite, would have been placed in the left arm. So that is, I would prefer that and reduce the clamp or crab claws. So that for me that was very unnecessary. but if you're into that, that's kind of plus for you. So there you go, those are my thoughts of this piece. Also the purple controversy, and I do hope again you enjoyed the spotlight video. I really love that. And yeah, again, if you like it, click the thumbs up and help me share with everyone, and also subscribe to my channel, the NCHANZPLACE, so that you'd help my channel grow. And see you in the next video.